All right, what do we got today? We got some parts. Check this out. Do it. So Elliot's doing the unboxing today. You got to pull. What is it?
Oh wow, this is
Oh wow.
new.
What is it?
It's new.
It's new?
Yes, it is.
Does it look pretty new? All right, here is one of the seats.
Whoa! What?
Hey, you're gonna get to sit in it before I do. Try it out. See what you think.
Yeah.
You like that?
Let's put a seat.
Is it comfortable? I've never tried it.
I'll put it in the car, Dad.
Yeah, we are gonna put it in the car. 2 seats. So I got 1, 2. So those are the PRISMA Ultras. Those are going in yours truly right here. We got a harness bar as well, which is actually sitting in there. I was starting to mock it up. And then we got some sliders for the seat, universal slider mounts. And check this out. Only the best, you guys. That's probably one of the few times I'll ever put TRQ on one of my cars. Guess what I'm not doing? I'm not going to re-stud every single bearing on this car. Because these were all cut down for the very shallow spacers that I had. I'm not going to re-stud every single bearing, especially when they're used. We're just going to go ahead, swap them out. They're going to be under warranty. Just don't tell TRQ that it's going to go on a car that's factory size is 245 and it's getting a 305 and then a 275. They don't need to know that kind of stuff. Surprise, I don't know if I showed you guys. I did get the headliner in. That might or may not be on another video. And now it's a little bit messy in here, but what I'm doing today, I've already vacuumed out and not just vacuum, but kind of steam clean the carpets. They're super clean. The dash is in. The headliner is in. Even the A-pillars, you guys, check this out. And yes, that looks messed up because it's missing the vent, which I still got to paint those, which we're going to paint them with Raptor liner, you already know. So, console, radio unit area, I'm working on today getting this dash bolted in. So, before we do anything, you guys saw the wheels that were on it. I'm actually right now gonna head over to Discount Tire in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. My buddy gave me a very good deal on a set of Nittos that are going on this. So we're gonna go mount and balance the ENKEIs and hopefully bring them right back, set them on the car, see how she looks with some big boy tires.
So guys, we got new tires.
I'm glad I got new tires too. Look at those. Those look great. You guys, I'm stoked on these. Here we go. Nitto NT 555 R2. This is an R2 and this is a G2. So this is like a great street compound. As you guys can see, it's going to shed water. It's going to grip in the wet and the dry. It still has aggressive shoulder patches on it. Still has a good contact area. But if you look at this is G2. This is more for like a daily driver. And then you look at this is less for a daily driver. This is an R2. This is something that isn't like an actual, full dedicated track tire. It's a little bit of a hybrid, or at least that's what Nitto says. But if you look at this, this is pretty aggressive. I mean, almost no siphoning. It's a very sticky tire. Well, she's coming along. All right, guys. It's been a couple days. Let's check it out. Here we go. Look at this. So, I didn't keep you guys up in the loop. I put new wheel bearings on the front. I put new wheel bearings on the back. I had these rotors that came with the car. The car was $2,000. Somehow, it came with rotors in the back seat. Granted, they're probably eBay rotors. I don't know. We're going to rock them. We're going to see what happens. Here's what is going on. I've been waiting for these for a long time. Here we go. Wow, these are way heavier than I thought. Dude, it's not light. Anyways, planted seat mounts. I've been waiting on these for 3 weeks. You guys saw earlier, we got the seats ready to go. So, we need something to mount the seats. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna install the mounts into the floorboard. Find an area where the seats are gonna fit. I think these seats are too wide. She's looking pretty good. Look at this, you guys. Look at this. Oh, I suppose, you know what? You guys really haven't seen, so Alcantara here. Alcantara here. And yeah, so you can see the dash. It didn't turn out perfectly. I don't know. It's not bad. It looks pretty good overall. The steering wheel looks phenomenal. The steering wheel, that's got Alcantara around all the controls. Paddle shifts are in. I mean, dude, this thing is coming along. All right, so I got my Milwaukee hood light. Now, look at the screen. Yes, it's going to cause a little bit of flickering. We're going to turn it to the lower. Oh, that is the lower setting. Well, too bad. It's going to cause a little bit of flickering. But what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to mount the seat bracket. I'm going to mount the other seat bracket. We're going to drop the NRGs in here. See if it fits. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to go to close the door and it's going to bottom out. Let's get back to business. What do we got here? This is a driver. So this is driver. We'll go ahead. Let's go ahead and make sure this actually fits. All right. Driver side fits. Check. Now, one of the things I noticed on another video, this was in a G car. Look at that. Right rear corner. That bolts in, that bolts in, that bolts in, and we're off. Come on, you guys. You can do better than that, especially with how long you wait on these things. But this is, I will admit, super sturdy, super high quality. We're going to go ahead and bend that eventually once we get it in, but we know it fits for the most part. Let's go over to the passenger side here now. That one fits as well. Actually, we're going to see how well the bolt holes line up on this one, because I'm pretty curious. Okay, that one fits way better. So, that's legit. Well, it looks like it fits. I mean, that's what we have for a gap. I don't know, to me that looks like it'll clear. Yeah, looks like it'll clear. I mean, if we move it back, I think I can see it running into the B pillar, but I would be okay with that, to be honest. Yeah. I think it's pretty center on the bracket, but I think what we're going to have to do, because the seat is facing so high up, is I think we're going to have to rotate the seat, the back of the seat back just a little bit. Because I think that's, well, you guys might not have seen the headliner either. Yeah, I did the headliner. Looks pretty good, huh? So I will admit, I underestimated this job. Mocking up seats is a pain in the butt. It's not hard by any means. It's just extremely time consuming, especially when you have never had the seats in the car, because you don't know how forward or back to put the seat. You don't know what angle to put the seat. So here's me pulling the seat in and out 100 different times, trying to find the right spot for it. But once you get it right, it's pretty rewarding, pretty easy going together. Successful so far. We got the seat mounted to the planted bracket. Works like a charm, bolts right in. You guys don't even know this yet, but if you saw the harness bar, you can only imagine. I am going to do a 5-point harness, but you have to leave the factory seatbelts. You have to. You do not drive around the street with a 5-point harness on 60-mile-an-hour roads with head-on traffic. You will, if you're in a 5-point harness and you're not in a Hans device, not in a helmet, and you smack into another car head-on, you're probably going to lose your head. So you got to have the factory seatbelts. Your shoulder has to have a way to roll out of the seat. I'll touch more on that later. Everything else works. I am, though, missing a seatbelt. So I'm going to have to take the factory seatbelt. Hopefully, I'm hoping it'll clear over this because I don't know how else you're going to, like, there's no way you're going to get it through there. I don't know. But the good news is your waist sits out of this seat. So even if the strap goes over the top, we're still going to be okay. So when you're doing stuff like this, expect problems. So here's the seatbelt. So I'm trying to put my seatbelt, and then look how high it sticks up. Unacceptable. It can't be that high. It can be like right here, so that it's like just barely over the brim where the belt straps over the top of the seat. But yeah, so we're gonna have to drill like right here. Boom. Easy peasy. Went over to the drill press. Whoa. Let's focus here. Went over to the drill press, punched a hole through it, cut it down, filed it. It's not the prettiest thing you've ever seen, but now it'll bolt right up to that seat bracket. All right, the seat is in. So when I sit in the seat, I have about probably four inches above me, 5 maybe if you stretch it. I'm about 5'7", longer torso, so maybe closer to like 5'8", 5'9" person. I got little short stubby legs, but the seat does not sit super low. So like these planted brackets, if you want something lower in a V36 chassis, you're probably going to have to get custom with it or find a seat. I don't know how you would get a seat that's lower, but maybe more tilted back. You don't want to be too tilted back, though. You want to be more upright. This has some recline going on right now, but it all works. The seat belt is right there. Easy to unclick and click it in. Goes through the strap over the top because there's no way you're getting down in there when you're sitting in the seat. It'll still hold you in there pretty secure. So, turned out pretty good. I was going to put sliders. I'm no longer putting sliders on it. I changed my mind. I want to be as low as I can. Let's see how that one fits. All right, driver's seat is not mounted, but I think it's finally in a spot that I can live with. So, first of all, it's very difficult to climb in. That's the first thing I noticed. Luckily, I'm pretty agile, so it doesn't affect me that much. But wanted to get the foot position right, because what you don't want to be doing is lifting your leg to move to the brake. The other thing is the steering wheel position, right? So you want the steering wheel to come to right about right about here when your shoulders are back, all the way back against the seat, like this. So completely backwards. You want this. Now, obviously, this is adjustable. Okay, so I can cheat. I can just move the whole column up and down. But I also wanted to be in a position that is high enough where I can see right over the top of the dash. This stuff's bothering me. I gotta clean this up. This is all residue from what was there. I gotta clean this up and rewrap it. So it's gonna be a different color. So far, so good. So far, so good.